desperate. Ooh, 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 toy rage.
You're adorable, thinking that more people are gonna.
Now you're just making me into a smaller window. Now I'm non-existent. My window's gonna get smaller. That's the trick. That's what we'll do. We'll slowly make my windows smaller and smaller till I'm completely phased out of the podcast.
I mean, I'm not saying it won't work, but I'm just saying that.
Hey T3, what's
Whoa.
going on?
Look at this guy.
Welcome back.
Where is self-promotion? There we go.
What are we arguing about today? I don't argue. I preach. I'm a preacher. What am I preaching about today?
Oh God, who knows anymore?
I don't fight anybody.
Oh,
I have debates with people. Debates.
Yeah,
Friendly debates.
that's what he calls it. He just yells at people all day long. Fight him. Fight him on
I don't know. I haven't seen Aquaman, so we can't fight on that.
No.
I don't know why. No, we talked about this last week. We talked about it last week that I just can't get myself out of the house to go see the movie.
And it's made.
I may just wait till it gets to home video.
We're going to talk about Gloomhaven. Andrew wants to talk about Destiny 2. And I'll talk how people should play Resident Evil 7 and get ready for Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
Also, how
He's going to spoil Resident Evil 7 that's been out for
3 years or whatever.
for 3 years or something like that.
Whatever it's been. Who knows anymore about this?
Because honestly, TV's been pretty lame.
Oh, well, actually, there's not zombies in this one. There's
living assholes.
Resident Evil 7, there's, I think, literally no zombies. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't watched anything that's been like too noteworthy. That's like worthy of this show. I don't know.
What's Elseworlds?
Yeah, we don't even know what that is. Elseworlds?
Where is it? Where can I
Elseworlds?
watch Elseworlds? What Elseworlds?
Is
You
it
said Elseworlds or
Elseworlds?
Else.
We could talk
Worlds.
about the marvelous Miss Maisel, but I finished that.
I just finished one episode of it with Tori. The Arrowverse. Oh, that one. The one where I couldn't take that stupid girl and I stopped watching and T3 said, "Fight through it. It's worth it." And I'm just like,
Did you fight through it?
yeah, his dumbass daughter. Like, holy shit.
Who? Arrows?
No, Flashes.
Flash has a daughter?
Yes. XS.
Stupid.
XS, extra smaller, extra speedy. Andrew, I bitched about this the first day week it came out.
I think I blocked it from my memory.
How all the major problems. Do you want to sing a song first?
Yeah. Toy Rich, why can't you just keep me in the middle? I'm losing my mind just a little. So why can't we just keep it in the middle? Toy Rich, in the middle. Toy Rich.
So I am so fat that when you said keep it in the middle, I was thinking of Oreo Most Stuffs cookies. Where I haven't gotten to them yet, but I want to.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Toy Rage Podcast, the hungriest podcast out there right now.
Oh, God.
You're talking to two hungry hippos. This hippo is named Andrew Delecky, and I'm joined by the other hippo.
Marcus Grasso.
Welcome to another session.
And welcome
to another like make yourself feel better about your life by listening to these two imbeciles make sense of something in this world.
Did you ever watch a YouTuber called Cute with Chris?
No.
So a long time ago, there was this YouTube guy, and his show was Cute with Chris. His name was Chris, and all he did was show cat pictures and cat videos, and that's it. It was just a thing about cats, but it was kind of just like sarcastic cats. So it was just like this little comedy thing.
Okay.
Right? And as time went on, after like a year or two, someone sent in a picture of Chris like week 1 and then Chris year 1. And it's kind of like Obama or any other president before the presidency and then after the presidency, where they're just completely different. And somehow I feel like I relate to that.
Are we going to follow in that trend, that new Facebook trend right now where you post 10 years in the past? I don't think we should do that.
No.
I don't think we should do a year in the past from when we started to what we are now.
No. Thanks, T3.
Thanks, T3.
So before we were talking about this horrible thing called The Flash. And honestly, The Flash single-handedly
Handled me.
Handled
it
me.
handled you.
It handled me.
He handled
Man,
Mike.
He time handled
Manhandled Mike.
Hey yo, hey.
Hey yo, oh, hey.
Single-handedly made me hate any time travel plot in any show. Like I assume the worst now.
It's because it's never because you go in saying it's not going to work.
No.
What you know what you thought? Not going to work.
No, and no matter.
In fact, it's going to make things worse. Pretty sure. Let me check. Yep, it's going to make things worse.
Yeah, and you would think like every major problem in The Flash has been about time travel. Like just about every major one, maybe one or two did not include it. And if he can't relay that message to his dumbass daughter, I've lost hope for this guy. He can be smart. He's an idiot.
I know why they harp on time travel, because the comic is basically he's a time travel comic.
Yeah.
He's like that's the whole shtick of Flash, right? Flash's thing is supposed to be like
is he?
Time travel.
Wait. It's running? Yeah, Andrew. Running.
His whole the Flash universe is about multiverses. It's always been about that.
Yeah.
It's always been about that. Yes.
You know, that's the other thing that you're bringing this up, T3. He's saying that Villain 1 is a speedster. Villain 2 is speedster. I actually thought you said Season 3 villain, actually Fish. It was Flash. But that's fine.
Again, hungry hippos.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
That should actually be the title of this episode.
Is sushi okay? Probably not. It's made with rice. Sushi is great, but for keto life, not so much.
No. You can have sashimi with no soy sauce.
No, that's gay. But with this, like every episode is like, and I'm the fastest man alive. If you were the fastest man alive, there would be no show because you wouldn't get your ass whooped every season by another speedster.
That's right.
Is it keto or
somehow
keto?
Someone's always faster than him.
What are you saying? Keto. What did I say? Keto? Keto life?
Keto? It's like Keto O'Rourke or Beto O'Rourke.
Because of my
Beto O'Rourke. That's his name. Beto O'Rourke.
Beto long E.
It's keto actually. It's a short E.
But what about your ketones?
Well, that's different.
Here's the problem. The Flash's stupidity.
We're still on this?
The Flash's
right,
stupidity
let's keep
expanded
going.
where I don't want to.
I haven't watched it in
Andrew,
months, but I still know.
ready to be amazed by this, and then I'm a couple episodes behind on Gifted, but hold on.
Okay, holding.
The first 2 episodes I don't even forgot. It was at least 1 episode of Flash this season. It made me want to not watch the DC universe so much. I won't even watch Supergirl.
Oh my god. Really?
Like, and you know how
you know what? I'm just here's my determination. I'm just sticking to whatever they release DC and the animated universe. Because that's the only thing that makes really good sense as far as mass-produced media from them right now. I mean, I guess a lot of people like Aquaman and they like Wonder Woman, but that's just 2. I need to know where this is going, because right now, I don't know.
You don't know.
I hope they don't make a Cyborg movie.
I swear Lena is of native descent. Oh, for Supergirl? Yeah. I didn't watch any of Supergirl this season. Now it's trans with dream. Oh, wait. So Jimmy is now a transgender dreamer. Is what you're saying? Is that
That's a loaded character.
Yeah, that is. Poof. I thought he was just black.
That's a tough one to tackle.
Yeah, no, the character Dreamer is. Oh, I thought Jimmy dreamed of being a trans dreamer.
And there it goes.
Oh, jeez, man, I don't know. But that's why I love the show, because it tries so hard, and.
You mean our show?
No, no.
Because we try so hard.
If the amount of
so hard every week.
If the amount of liking a show was based off of how hard they tried, no one would like our show ever.
Our show is not
really?
about immigration.
No, Andrew, we're talking about real shows. Okay? Talking about real stuff.
We're a real show. We could Hey Mike, we could be a real show.
Not until we start talking about transgender immigrants.
I guess so.
I guess so. Oh well.
Oh well.
I am
I just can't relate. Sorry.
Okay, so for
wish
Gifted, I have to tell you this. I am 3 episodes behind. I just finished the episode where they broke out Thunderbird. And you're probably really disappointed, but if you wish you were a transgender immigrant? No, he dreams he was a transgender immigrant.
What?
This way he's a dreamer too.
I don't wish that.
You said you wish you could relate.
Yeah, relate is different from being.
Wow. I guess you really don't want to be as woke as Supergirl, if that's the case.
I don't know.
Go back to sleep, Andrew. You ain't woke.
I guess so.
Jesus Christ. Oh, wait, I can't say that.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, there's nothing wrong with, I guess, a transgender dreamer. All I'm saying is that, no.
Right.
This show was never supposed to be about these topics, so let's get off it.
No,
That's
the
whole point.
No, this topic is about Supergirl.
Yeah, I get it. It just...
Anyway, on to better shows. Let's talk about Gifted. Now, I'm 3 episodes back. All right, I'm 3 episodes away.
Okay, so is Gifted the X-Men show?
Yes. It's the X-Men show where they have Polaris and they never say Magneto. T3, how upset do you get when they're just like, you know who, and it's your dad, and they just won't fucking say Magneto? Like,
right?
It's owned by Fox. You know it's Magneto. Like, there's no big surprise here. Like, this bitch moves metal. Yeah, they say X-Men, Brotherhood. You have the same powers of your dad. Like, the fuck is wrong with you? Just say...
She's actually more powerful than Magneto. But hey, that's up for debate also, right?
So Magneto left her a gift. Yeah, the Magneto going, and she turned it into Magneto's helmet. But they won't say Magneto. Her helmet. They gave her a Magneto.
Diggle has a Magneto helmet.
Oh. We don't want to talk about Diggle.
That's so funny. Whenever I see a cat, like a photo of Diggle and his stupid fucking Magneto helmet, this makes me laugh.
It's a 70s Polaris. Yeah, it's an old one still. I mean, just say. So I am Gifted. I heard has been good the last couple episodes. Tori actually had her friend come over this weekend while I was gone with her boyfriend. And he just he mentioned Gifted, and when I said I watched it too, his eyes lit up like it was fucking Christmas. You know, it was so good. Oh god,
what is it on? Is it on Fox or FX?
It's Fox, but you can watch it on Hulu if you got the Hulus.
I don't got the Hulus yet.
Damn.
I'm doing my transition between Verve to Hulu.
Like, some people in this show are like pretty bad. They had the song on their episode.
I just got to finish my Looney Tunes first, and then I'll move over.
Priorities.
Honestly, it's still one of the best shows on TV.
God, is it?
Was the best show on TV?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not on TV anymore. I'm just So Andrew, you really should watch Gifted.
Okay, I'll get on it.
Like, and when I say you should watch Gifted, I'm not gonna say about if it's good or bad, because I don't know.
no.
I don't know about how I feel. How about Titans? That requires a subscription to the DC service, which I do not have.
That's not happening. I'm sorry. I'm not.
I've heard mixed things about it. The most consistent thing I've heard is it's a roller coaster about how good and bad it is.
I mean, there is one thing. $20 so you can have my login.
Andrew could use his 2-week trial probably and just like take a day off of work and do
it. I just want to watch Young Justice. If that's all I'm interested in. Yeah. I'm not that interested in Titans. It's so good.
What is Young Justice?
It has to be. It was so good when they first.
This bitch chopped this motherfucker's head off. And what?
I don't know. Titans or Young Justice or both.
Probably. I'm guessing not Young Justice.
Well, here's the thing. I'm hoping that Wally comes back. In
Young Justice. There's decapitation. Holy shit.
Damn.
Andrew.
There's some. I guess something went down.
There's some pretty intense stuff happening.
But like, I can't justify an entire service for one show. I can't. And I won't. I just won't do it.
No.
But I can watch the movies anywhere. That's the thing. I'd rather just watch them somewhere else.
Thankfully, it's like not too expensive of a service.
It's the addition of another service.
Yeah.
That's what gets me. It's like, oh, and one more service. Oh, and then another service. Oh, and one more service. And before you know it, I have 13 services and I don't have time to watch any one of them. So that's my thought on it. That's all I wrote. Rest in peace, DC.
Oh no, we don't do cable. That's crazy.
There is no more cable in my life.
Only old rich people do that. No, but the problem is like right now. Oh, here we're gonna go back on streaming. So, it's paying $80 a month for streaming service. Like really isn't bad, but you can keep it low. The big thing is just get some badass internet, right? Yep. You don't need a phone bill because you don't have a phone. You're just gonna have your cell phone. Internet for like real good internet probably might be like $50 a month. So trying to keep your bills under $100, you want to try to keep it like $50 of login, and for that you need like your own like little village of people to like share their logins for like whatever reason, and then you could do it.
Hey man, I already told you can use my Verve anytime you want.
You should just text your information to Tori. She wants it. Trust me, she wants it. She wants it. Some dumb show that she wants to watch. I forgot what it is, but she also wants to watch. No, My Hero Academia. English is gone, right? Is that on Verve?
Is on Hulu?
No, Verve.
Yeah, it's gone.
Right?
You can't watch Funimation anymore on Verve. No. That's why I'm making the transition. But you'll get it on Hulu soon, because Hulu's got the Funimation contract now.
See, I'm thinking about maybe like getting rid of Netflix. Oh, this Mercy statue?
Oh, you mean this one?
You mean this one? This was a Christmas present or a birthday present from Tori. Hope I don't break it. Uh-oh.
It's okay. You can blame it on Tori. She broke one already.
I know she did. Where? Oh, there it is. This bitch is fucking heel. Hold on. This is intense.
Oh, no.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Breaking the action, everybody.
Yeah.
Literally, pun intended.
Breaking action. Tori got me that. Dan got me Legos. But this Mercy statue is nice. I got the Mercy one here. Back there.
Why don't you tell everybody what I got you?
Back there is a broken Widowmaker statue. Tori broke that one. Over here is Reaper. And... Oh,
Speaking of
Tracer is up there.
Hey, Mike, what did I get you? Oh, Mike is dying a little bit. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I'm terrible with money. What do I do? I do things, but Andrew got me a Tushy bidet butt cleaner. That's what Andrew got me. He got me a bidet,
I got him a bidet.
and it feels wonderful.
Did you try it?
I didn't hook up the hot water because
But you did the cold.
I did the cold.
It worked?
Things that my friend is the biggest statement. Yeah, I know. Dying, bro.
You
No,
are,
it worked.
man.
It worked. It works fine. It's good on my heavy days.
It's good on the. It's good on those slightly Picasso-esque days.
Or the days where you're just feeling kind of stressed and you just want to just relax. You just
Do
sit
you
down.
ever sit on the toilet and say, "Uh-oh, I got a Jackson Pollock coming"?
Well, they have, thankfully, just in case
The
you do
only
have a
problem,
Jackson Pollock.
it's a single-colored Jackson Pollock.
If you do Jackson Pollock, there is a nozzle cleaner, so it cleans itself.
Oh yeah, it does clean itself.
Well, we can't talk
hey.
about what's the difference. Oh man, that's rude.
Because I am a poop connoisseur.
That was mean. I'm sorry, T3. I shouldn't have said that.
I had, because here's the thing. So the story goes, one Christmas, Mike and I were sitting at what was it, Ruby Tuesdays? Or
Ruby
TGI Fridays?
Tuesdays.
And it was right before or right after Christmas. No, right before.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, hey, what do you want for Christmas? And I was like, oh, I'll just get you a squatty potty. Ended up, I never got him a squatty potty. I did get him a gift. Don't think I didn't get him a gift. I just didn't get him the squatty potty that we talked about for like an hour and a half.
That
at
he
Ruby
ordered.
Tuesday.
He ordered it in front of me too.
Yeah, I had the website in front of me
Mhm.
and everything. I don't
Yep.
understand what happened.
I don't
never
understand what
got
happened
him.
either. I
I
don't
don't
understand what
understand.
happened.
So he never got a squatty potty.
Nope.
Then
Never.
he buys his own squatty potty.
Well, somebody had to.
And then in revenge, the following Christmas, he buys me a squatty potty.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I put this one on the back burner. I said, this can't end like this. Mike can't end this with him outdoing me with poop related gifts. So I said, I'm gonna. I said I put this in. I put this in the filing cabinet under. Let's wait till next year, because I need to one up him. And sure enough, this year I was going through. I was like, what do I get Mike? And the first gift that I got Mike was I got him RDR2, because everybody should have RDR2. It's really good. If you haven't played it yet, get it. And it's so good. And it hurts. The ending hurts. It literally hurts. But I said, no, we can't stop there. I need to take this. I need to take this to another level. I cannot be outdone by Michael Giangrasso with poop gifts. It's not happening. So I scoured the internet and I came across the Tushy bidet. We should be sponsored by Tushy bidet, by the way.
Tushy.
We should. Tushy. Because Mike can vouch for this product now. So the whole thing is you attach it to your existing water lines, and I got Mike the good Tushy. So there's two different Tushies. There's one that only hooks up to cold water, but no, I got Mike the one that hooks up to your hot water as well. So you can have a varied temperature experience with your toilet top bidet.
Which I can't do right now.
He'll get there.
I'm at the apartment. I'd have to drill a hole, but no, I'm not doing that.
Don't drill a hole.
I could drill a hole. Just
Why
right,
do you have to drill a hole?
right through the cabinet. Just right through.
Will they let you do that?
I don't care. Do you
Anyway.
hear this dog?
No. But anyway, so that's how I won up Mike with poop related gifts.
That's how
Because
he went up Mike for now with poop-related gifts.
related gifts. I think we started a feud. I think.
No, we didn't. We didn't. We didn't. You did. You did.
I just don't know how you. I don't know how you're gonna. I don't know how you're gonna top it. I just don't.
I don't know.
I don't. Singing toilet seat. I don't know. I don't know what you're gonna
I can't
do.
get you when you already have like a super toilet seat anyway.
I have a really good bidet toilet seat.
I know.
It's Korean made.
When we get the house, if I get the super toilet seat, I'll put the tushy on the third floor guest suite for you.
Thank you, Michael.
All right. Oh, sorry.
Because
I didn't mean
Mike
my
has to
own
talk
email.
into a microphone. Mike
Yeah.
has to talk into a mic.
I have to talk into myself. See, the good thing, T3, is that later on I could just boost my audio levels.
Yeah.
Also, if I talk too loud, I'll start coughing again. And apparently, I'm not allowed to have pudding. So, although I pretty much fucked up my ketosis by having tacos.
Yeah.
So, guess I'll just have pudding now then, right, Andrew?
You're back to square one.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm already.
Another 2 days to put you back into ketosis.
I'm already here.
But anyway, what were we supposed to talk about tonight? Gloomhaven.
Gloomhaven.
Okay, so
Thanks T3 for that tangent. What's the T stand for? Tangent.
Tangent.
Huh?
In the third degree. Oh shit.
Get it? Cause the G.
So Michael made a pilgrimage back to New York State last weekend, and I'm not exaggerating how many weeks in advance we planned this night. So for weeks and weeks on end, we have been planning a half day event of Gloomhaven. Now, for all of you that don't know what Gloomhaven is a tabletop game. It's a board game, not a tabletop game. A board game that is a legacy game. So it has multiple scenarios that tell a story and progression, and there's leveling systems and a lot of different mechanics involved as far as you're trying to like improve the stat of this town named Gloomhaven.
It's like D&D the board game.
It's like D&D the board game, except nobody really has to tell the story. It's in a giant book. It gives you all this like backstory and the choices you can possibly make. But it's a board game, and it utilizes cards instead of dice, so it makes it very easy for like battling and gameplay. Because you basically have 2 cards you can play. One's a move base, one's an attack base, or it says something different on the cards. I don't want to get into all the details, but it's a very I find it's a simple game, but since the game is so long and the strategy is a little bit deep based on the character class you have, it can also be very complicated. Regardless, we've been planning to play this game for about 3-4 weeks, maybe even more than that.
About 2 months for like the rough, the general planning where Dan's like, look,
Yes.
my birthday is in January. I want to have a game day, and then after Christmas, I said I think I'm gonna come back this weekend, or this weekend, and then beginning of January I made it definite, which was still 3 weeks in advance. So yeah, about at least a month in advance of this working out.
And it did not disappoint. We played from 5 p.m. to at least 1 or 2 a.m.
Yeah. About 1 a.m. and then bullshitted till 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a great game. It really is. It is. It used to be the most expensive board game on the market. I made fun of Mike for buying such an expensive game, but it is actually worth every penny.
Yeah. And now, when in July when the house is done, I'm gonna be able to just have my copy here. So Dan just needs to bring his phone over, and maybe character cards. That's it.
Yeah.
And we could just play here, like an actual full day.
What's really cool is that it's very, like, you can see that they did a lot of planning around it. So Mike just mentioned a phone app. There is an app on your phone that you can download that will track your adventure for you. So you could do it on pen and paper, and you can keep it in the box with the characters, and that's all well and good. But there's also several, I don't know if there's several, but Dan has an app where you can put everything into your phone for each campaign that you're running, and this way, once you're ready to play, you just bring up the campaign on your phone. It tells you exactly what cards you need to pull, and you're ready to go again.
Yeah. And to make things easier for Dan's birthday, I got something from the Broken Token, sponsor us, where it's an organizer. Because honestly, Gloomhaven, you open the box and you're just overwhelmed by the ridiculous amount of pieces. I think
there are so many pieces to Gloomhaven.
I think Dan told me it took him like 3 or something hours to just pop out everything and to get everything sorted, at least, for the first time.
Broken Token has made I've seen a lot of Broken Token things made. This is by far the best one.
Yeah.
It literally fits everything into the box without the box being slightly raised, because there's a lot of those game inserts where it doesn't exactly fit the box. There's the box will be slightly raised. It'll be sealed, but it's not how it originally came. This really organized. It truly organizes everything, and there's a lot of material in this game. I can't express that enough. There are so many little tokens and pieces,
characters and quests. There's a ton, and they do real good. And they didn't do the thing where one thing that games like this, or just games nowadays, minis are huge in these games. Like, people will go and they go, well, look at the miniatures, look at the sculpting, it's great. This doesn't do that shit. The only minis that you have are really just your characters, and the rest are just pieces of cardboard. So they're just cardboard tokens, which you may be like, well, I'm spending all this money. I mean, why am I getting that? It's fine. You really just don't even notice that you're playing with cardboard inserts.
The enemies are also... Are the enemies tokens? Yeah. The enemies are also miniatures. So you still have enemy miniatures as well. Don't think you're going to get a token for an enemy as well.
No, the enemies are tokens.
No, they're miniatures.
No, they're
sort of.
They're pictures.
They're half.
They're cardboard pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, when I say miniature, like a sculpt.
Yeah. It's not a sculpt.
Yeah, the only sculpts you have are just the players.
Characters.
And you really, because when you go against enemies, like, sometimes so many can be there, you are thankful that it's just like the cardboard pop-up things, because it would take up so much room.
And honestly, there's actually there's a good reason why they're cardboard as well, cardboard tokens, because so each of those cardboard tokens actually has a little number that correlates to a health pad for your enemies.
Yeah.
So you can keep track of the enemy status very easily in the game as well. You don't have to worry about, like, how much does this guy have, or how much health does this guy have, or what status effects are on this guy. It's very well laid out, so it's very easy to organize and keep track of the battle, which saves, believe it or not, saves time.
Yeah.
Because you're not worrying about those types of things. You're just worried about strategy, not necessarily the technicals of the game.
No. And that's good. The more you can concentrate on just what you're doing and not falling asleep, that makes it a better game.
Now, I think we've had a review of Gloomhaven, but this was probably the first time we really had a marathon run.
Yes. Like a really big run. Plus, usually takes like an hour or something to set up. Dan set up in like 15 minutes.
Thanks to Broken Token.
Thanks to Broken Token. So if everyone's ever thinking, hey, does Broken Token work? Like, it worked for Gloomhaven wonderfully.
Very well.
It took Dan... Yeah, you had to build the inserts, but totally worth it. The amount of time you save is worth the amount of time you put in doing it.
Yes.
It's expensive. It was
$100,
like $80. Yeah. The additional $80 worth it.
So all in with the Broken Token, we're not going to be around a bush. With Broken Token and the game, it's going to run you over $2 bills. It's not going to run you over $250, but you'll be in like the 220,
Yeah.
230 range.
210 to 240 with taxes.
Yeah.
And something else that you probably bought. Who
So
knows?
it's not an easy investment, but when we played, let's see, 5 to 10, a good 9 hours on Saturday. We got through 2 scenarios, and there's so much more in the game.
7 hours. 7 hours. It was from 6 to just about
7.
1.
7 hours. You're right.
6 to 1. I don't want to scare
hours.
people away thinking like 9 hours
7
when you got
hours.
2 campaigns done. No.
But 7 hours.
7 hours is
And
great.
There is still so much to accomplish in the game
Yeah.
that we're not there yet.
It's
But we left like, oh, I can't believe we have to stop playing this. But I guess we have to go to bed.
I know. Like we could have gone if Dan lived closer. If he was
Yeah.
sleeping at his parents, he totally would have tried to do more. Totally would have. So that's why when the house is done, like having you guys come on like a Friday, set the game up, whatever, have just like fun on Friday, and then like Saturday morning it's just like wake up and go.
And
there's-
get the business.
and there's you guys don't have to worry about going home because you're sleeping over. You know?
Yeah.
So, and we got bunk beds ready for you and Dan. So that'll be great.
And Dan called Top Bunk, which is probably the most dangerous thing ever.
Well, we like to live dangerously here in North Carolina. It's we call it the danger state.
We even though this is a repeat topic from previous episodes, we're going to reiterate.
Mm-hmm.
Gloomhaven is totally worth the price tag.
Yes.
Put it this way: we saw a couple of games at PAX Unplugged that are now going for the same price tag as Gloomhaven, and are not nearly as good
No.
as Gloomhaven.
Like Big Trouble Little China was close to Gloomhaven. Nowhere
In
near
price.
worth it. The big thing
And
is
nowhere near worth it.
the big thing in Gloomhaven isn't an IP, so they don't have to pay for the properties. It's their own property. If Gloomhaven was a property, this $130 game would cost like $200, most
Correct.
likely. If Big Trouble Little China was called, I don't know, Things Are Bad in Little Italy, then
Would have been a cheaper game.
$70 probably. So the fact that it's not an actual IP is huge.
Right.
It's their own property. They don't have to pay for rights or any of the bullshit. Because I don't really think we realized how expensive rights to games are until this past PAX Unplugged.
That, or we didn't realize that price tag has gone drastically up from the past.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing: we play, Dark Souls the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very long game too. We're
Yes.
we're not even close to being done with Dark Souls either. But at least that's sub $100.
No, it's not.
The base was sub 100.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
It was 110.
Was it?
It was 110.
It was 110.
It was over 100.
Oh shit, you're right. I paid you $55 for
Yeah,
that.
you did. It was 110, and that was like $10 off.
But but still, I think that Dark Souls is worth it though, because there is so much with Dark Souls.
If you're a fan, it's definitely worth it. If you're not a fan,
It's not
play
worth it.
play it first. Play it first. Get
Yeah.
get a game in, and if you like it, it's so worth it. It really is. But
It is a direct translation from the video
Yeah.
game.
But
I mean, there is a lot of grinding in Dark Souls.
yeah, and I know that T3 was saying, "Oh, I wish I had that kind of scratch." Like, oh man, I don't have that kind of scratch. Like, this is a big decision to play Dark Souls. Like,
we
huge.
split it. Mike and I split it at
And-
PAX Unplugged.
And the
There-
expansions,
There's no way that
No.
one of us was going to buy.
and the expansions are like $50 each.
Yeah.
And it's just like a dragon or one big monster and like 4 tiles and a
Yeah.
couple extra things. So, like,
It is an investment game.
It is.
You're right. The games that have to run off of some sort of IP
Mm-hmm.
is just they're expensive now. They're
Yeah.
really expensive.
and there's a lot of things where you could just like swap it out. Where you go and you see like, oh man, this is kind of just like a copy of this game. It's like, yeah, it is kind of going to be relatable, but it's also saving you $50, and it's saving these people that are making the games, a ton of money doing it
Yeah.
too. So even if it's like similar, honestly, man, it's good. Like there was this great game, the Ninja Turtles game, We loved it. We loved it. It was
We really did.
fantastic. One of the best.
One of the best mechanics I've ever seen in a game.
Yes. It's
As
full,
far as a co-op mechanic.
yes.
So intuitive. So crazily good.
Yeah. It was, especially when you play games like Gloomhaven, where it's like, don't talk about your cards. So, like, each in Gloomhaven, cards have initiative, and the initiative is pretty much how soon you go. And we were playing, and Andrew's kind of just like, I'm just about old enough to start drinking, and Jeff was like, I just graduated preschool. So, and I think one of the things I said was, I'm not allowed to talk to either one of you, ever. So you have to say things like that instead of like, look, I think I should go first. My initiative is I can play a 6th initiative card, and I think we can do this. Like you can't plan out your turn.
No.
And Ninja Turtles is all about planning out your turns, all about talking to your teammates, like really true co-op, where
Like, what do you need? What do I need?
Yeah.
What can I share with you to make your turn better? What can you give me to make my turn better?
yeah,
And the mechanic does lend it to itself. You are directly affecting the player to your left and the player to your right.
Yeah.
It's not just a conversation. What you choose to do will help those two players.
yeah,
And it's positional.
Yeah.
It's just a really cool concept for a game.
it is.
However,
However,
there is a huge however to this.
it is so expensive because of
It
Ninja
is
Turtles
so
property.
expensive.
The Kickstarter is like $250 for everything, and the minimum you could do is like $125
It is so expensive.
or $150. It's ridiculous. Like
And that, for me, that's prohibitive. I hate to say it. It's so.
you get a lot.
That's an investment.
It is.
That's an investment.
Now,
And
When-
and here's the thing, with board games, that also means the other people that you're going to be playing that game with also have to be invested.
mhm,
So $125 is a lot of scratch just to throw out.
yeah.
Where hopefully your friends will play with you.
Hopefully, you'll get 4 or 5 plays out of it, at least. I will say this: when it comes to other games, like we played Big Trouble in Little China and a couple other ones, the Ninja Turtle game was, as far as IP, I would say one of the best games I've played when it comes to mechanics. So if there's any IP that you're looking at that's expensive, Ninja Turtles, take a serious look into it.
Yeah.
Some other games maybe not, but this
But make
one,
sure your group is committed.
Yes.
Really.
yes,
I truly mean it. It's an expensive game.
but it's a
It's
very
not-
good game.
It's a very good game,
Mhm.
but you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Mm.
We met the developers. They're awesome dudes. They're really smart. They really thought it out. But you know what you're paying for. You're paying for an IP in that game.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is now. Any IP game that's going to ever come out, put it this way, if it's a cheap IP game, you really have to take a look at the mechanics to make sure they actually put some thought into it.
Like Carmen Sandiego.
Like, what's that Star Wars game that should not be mentioned?
Oh, Rebel Assault.
Yeah,
Yeah. That could have been better.
that could have been so much better.
Yeah. Honestly, what I do want to try to do though is, Dan, when you're listening, because we know you're our biggest fan, maybe try a scenario of Gloomhaven where we talk about what we're doing. You know, like what's the worst that could happen? We'll see how it is. If it turns out to be like too much, fine, whatever.
I think it also has to do with the difficulty of this scenario. We play I'm not gonna say easy scenarios, but we level adjusted appropriately this time for a normal encounter. Now, one of them was difficult. Our first encounter was not easy. I don't think that was I think we were down to the last 2 turns to finish that up.
Yeah, that was close. The second scenario was like, really? That's it?
Yeah, the second scenario we really
Mm-hmm.
we it was more of a struggle to fulfill like upgrade points
Mm-hmm.
than the actual scenario itself.
Yeah. So
We
did
struggled more with like, can we get the most out of this scenario rather than
Mm-hmm.
the actual scenario itself.
But we also got lucky with positioning and card draws.
No, yeah.
So
I
with
think-
everything, it's going to be like that.
Yeah, we Yeah, we played it smart, and we're getting smarter and smarter at the
Yeah.
game too. That's the other thing.
But I
We
think
sort,
too
of, we
is
sort of see the pros and cons
yeah.
of a lot of different mechanics in the game,
Yeah.
and frankly, it's a lot of it is statistics too. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you can sort of figure out, this is Gloomhaven, everybody. If you can figure out the statistics of your modifier deck,
Mm-hmm.
it helps so much.
Yeah.
If you can sort of figure out the chances of getting certain cards in your modifier deck, you can drastically change your gameplay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's I really didn't mind like losing check marks until I actually earned my first perk, and now I'm just like mad that I keep losing check marks
Yeah.
to get it. So there's a lot to it, but like if you know anyone who's playing
Look, it's
Gloomhaven,
the only game that I encountered, Mike,
yes,
that we had to make a choice about a pie eating contest. and they literally gave us no choice.
no, it was
There was
succumb to
three
your
fat people at a table about a pie eating contest.
yeah.
And what were the choices, Mike?
One was you're starting to slow down and succumb to the defeat of the pie eating contest, and the other one is fight through the pain. And you can't succumb to pie beating you. You have to beat the pie.
Not with the people at that table.
No, not with these jerks, these sailor nerds. So we ate the pie, and so during these scenarios, when you have to make a choice, there's usually like a good choice or a bad choice. But sometimes the bad choice could be a good choice depending on who's in your party. So it's just like, this choice that you're doing is bad, but since you have the dwarf character, he actually brings insight to it, and now it's good. You guys got something extra out of it.
Right.
I thought since I was this Inox brute, this like giant dude, that if I'm in the party for the pie eating contest, that something would happen. No, I still no. So whatever.
No, it just went south. It went south.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't go completely. It wasn't like the worst outcome. It just wasn't a great outcome.
No.
It was half good and half bad.
The
half bad affected a lot of us.
Yeah.
And
Except
that was an issue.
yeah. Well, things
Oh.
happen.
But we didn't. I still say we didn't have a choice in the matter. We knew the choice that the entire party was going to take.
Yeah. We had to do it. Hi, Tori.
So, Gloomhaven, really good.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about ITP games, which is a good tangent. I like that. That was a good one.
Because think of like Sword and Sorcery, that had a lot of stuff going on with it, and that was $80.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna get 2 to 3 times the amount of gameplay in Sword and Sword, whatever that game was called. Than Big Trouble in Little China, at least 2 to 3
we
times.
talked about that. We talked about that after. We're like,
Yeah.
If you're into that D&D-esque type game and you're looking for something other than Gloomhaven,
Yeah.
Sword and Sorcery is not a bad bet.
No.
I personally don't like it.
No.
There's something about how it's set up and everything that
Yeah.
I can't wrap my head around it. Like I don't see the fun in it.
If
However, I do see the value in it because as far as like bang for your buck, there's a lot in that game
mm-hmm.
for $80. You're going to get a lot of longevity out of that game for $80.
if I was guaranteed to play, I wouldn't mind giving a friend $20 for the game.
Right.
Like I don't think I would buy it myself, but I would play it. I would buy pizza for the party.
Yeah.
And I see the potential. But the big thing is, again, it's not an IP, and so that's good. That's actually something fun to look into too. That's why it's always good that's a good offset. You're creating your own game, and your own IP, but that's harder to sell because how many people are going to be like, oh my god, I love this, and then it just turns out to be like trash.
Yeah.
Like I played the Labyrinth board game, and it wasn't that bad. But you can tell
It wasn't that good either.
wasn't that great. Like in order to win the game, you had to recite the poem by memory at the end of the movie.
Oh my god. You told me about that.
Yeah. And one of the cards is you have to go back and forth with Jared where you have to do the whole voodoo song. Voodoo. What voodoo? You do. You do what?
You do.
Power the babe.
Dance, baby dance.
That you have to do the whole thing. So that's also fun, but still kind of a little bit of a waste of money. Speaking of a waste of money, how's Destiny 2?
Okay. I
Zing!
I love Destiny 2. I can't help it.
I know.
I'm saying I love it. And here's the I love Destiny 1. I was a huge Destiny 1 player. So when Destiny 2 first came out, I wasn't sold on it because of how it changed so drastically from Destiny 1 as
Yeah.
far as the microtransactions and the almost pay-to-play model that they initially set up. I did not sign up. I said, no, that's not the game I remember, and that's not the game I want to play.
No.
And I downloaded it when I got the free base game from PSN. So PlayStation had a promotion at one point where you can get the base game for free as a promotion item for Forsaken that just recently came out a couple months ago. I will safely say that is it Destiny 1? No, it's still not Destiny 1, but they made tons of improvements on the game, and they eliminated a lot of the microtransactions as far as progressing in the game, which is huge. You don't have to pay to progress anymore. You don't, which is a very, 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 very big plus. So if that was your holdup, it's no longer the case. What you do have to pay for in microtransaction world is cosmetics. And I know some people are still peeved about that because they say, hey, I bought the game, I should have the cosmetics.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to pay more for cosmetics. And you're also charging me for the development updates as well. Hence the first 2 expansions and Forsaken. I get it. Me, I've never been a cosmetics buyer or proponent, or that doesn't affect my gameplay at all or why I buy a game. It just doesn't enter my brain. But I know that does for a lot of gamers now. Like that's what they sort of like to do. They like to customize themselves within the game because that's what's interesting to them, or it's an interesting part of the game for them. I get it. And if I had to pay for it because that's what like sort of drives me to play like a portion of this game, I get it. That sucks. I wouldn't want to do it either. However, I love Destiny. I love gameplay. I love the story. I love the progressions, and thankfully, I actually have a decent clan. Like I signed up with I applied with the clan about like day 1 or day 2. I got in. They've been really cool, helping me progress, and it reminds me of Destiny 1, and Destiny 1 made me happy. Like it did. Like I liked the gameplay. I liked how you go into strikes and raids. I like how they're set up. They added a new feature in Destiny 2 called Gambits, which I think is a really cool way of reimagining a PvP match. They call it a competitive PvE. I know that's sort of weird, but you have 2 teams of 4.
Yeah.
Ready, Mike? 2 teams of 4. But you're transported into 2 different arenas.
Okay.
And you're trying to defeat waves of dudes, and they drop motes. And with those motes, you deposit them into this central chamber, and if you have it has levels of 5, 10, 15. And depending on how many motes you collect and deposit at once, you will send a opposing monster to the other team's battle arena to block them from putting in motes into their chamber.
Is that really it?
What do you mean?
Is that the mechanics of this mode?
Sort of.
So it's Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, the first person shooter.
with first person shooter.
Yes.
And so what you do is the ultimate goal is you want to fill up your center chamber with enough motes to summon the end boss.
Mm-hmm.
And so how you win is you beat the boss before the other team. Now, there is a slight PvP component to it. So randomly throughout the match, you can send one of your teammates to the other side. And if they start killing the other team while they're there, different things can happen. Like if the end boss is there, it can actually revive the end boss, which makes it harder for them to kill. Or if they kill them while they're still collecting motes, you could steal their motes, which is a big thing.
Yeah.
So, but that's a very limited scope, and you can't send the entire team over. You can only send one person over. So you typically want to send your best PvP player over to the other side to try and, throw a monkey wrench into their plans. I have tons of fun with it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. How many times have you sent over?
Huh?
Have you been sent over to the other side?
No way.
No.
No way. No.
No. Then...
I'm a trash cleaner. I'm
Yeah.
very good. I'm very good at mowing down a lot of enemies at once. So, and what my job, I typically don't collect motes. We usually have someone else collect the motes because you basically want to send like groups of 10 and 15 over because that's a harder what they call a blocker to send over.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fun, Mike. It is.
As long as you're having fun, that's important.
I'm having a blast.
Yeah.
I am, and I get it. Like Destiny is not for everybody. I guess it's to each their own, right? You could be a WoW player,
Yeah.
or you could be a Warframe player, or you could be a Stardew Valley, or a Fortnite, or PUBG. But if you like Destiny 1, if you were a Destiny 1 player and you got turned off by the shenanigans of Destiny 2 at the very beginning, note it was alleviated to some degree. To some degree.
Some degree.
Your cosmetics, sorry, you're going to have to pay for it. But gameplay-wise, it's just like Destiny 1. You just have to buy the development upgrades, which you had to do during the first game anyway. So that's not really a change. I don't consider that a change. You always had to pay for the expansions that came out. So that's not a real difference in how they were running things before.
No.
And also, considering the split between Bungie and Activision and Bungie retaining Destiny, there's also a lot of talk out there that Bungie may implement cross-platform play with Destiny 2, which is, I think, probably one of the coolest news I've heard in a while. So for that game to start being able to play with Xbox and PC players, I'm a little concerned about. I'm concerned about like PvP play.
Yeah.
Not necessarily against Xbox and PlayStation, but the consoles versus the PC players. I see that running into some issues, just like you would with Overwatch. Like if Overwatch PC players played against console players, I think you would have I think a lot of people would say the same thing. There would be a bloodbath in PC players' favor.
More often than not, I hear about someone who's platinum diamond on console. They get a PC and then they're ranked in gold.
Yeah.
Because they're not used to it. They'll try to use a controller instead, and it'll still be the same. Just because keyboard mouse for first-person shooters are usually just way better.
However, from a community standpoint, to be able to play the PvE content and the raids and everything, that's
fantastic.
Great. That's fantastic. That's fantastic strategy.
Yeah.
Especially for a game like that, because you never played the raids in Destiny, right?
No.
The raids in Destiny are very technically challenging. It's not just about the guys you have to shoot. There's a lot of like platformer type obstacles in the way that you have to do for the raid, and that's why I see there's this equalizer. So, that's my spiel about Destiny 2. I am thoroughly enjoying it. I probably will play for quite a while. is it my number one game right now? Yeah. I mean, I may go back to RDR2 online, but like I said to Mike and Dan, I'm not going to play that game alone. I want my posse with me.
Yeah.
So I got to wait till they're all caught up and ready to go and ready to rob some banks. But
Well, it's just Dan, isn't it?
what about you? I bought you RDR2, Mike. I bought you it.
Mm-hmm.
Mike doesn't want to play RDR2. He doesn't want to play it. I don't know why. Such a good game. It's right up his alley.
I played
He
it.
tried it. He didn't play it. He tried it.
I played for like 2 hours.
That's not enough. That's just to get through the beginning.
The beginning was so terrible.
It is. It's a hard beginning.
Oh my god.
But
That and I was in
as you go through, it's because you hit different Western tropes. It's so good.
Yeah. Liked all
I
those
don't know.
comments. Because they're all real. No, just like I was also in a group with Dan. Like he invited me to party chat, and we were waiting for you, but you weren't around. So I just had to hear Dan just like talk, and like to Amanda, and I'm like trying to watch the story, and it's just like I'm not invested in it. So I had like a really shitty beginning to the game,
Just-
and all the
just-
characters so far they're just garbage. Like
In what regard?
they're just
There's-
like they're so
you
stupid.
hate 'em.
I do. I'm like the main character where I hate everybody, even myself.
Yeah, that's why it's so good to play. You don't realize how much he hates his own life until you go through the game.
Here's
He hates his own game. I love it.
here's what I
Great
love.
meta.
the one saving grace about RDR2 is you fail forward in the game.
Yes.
So if you're doing whatever, just part of a story quest, and you die like 3 times at a certain part, you can actually skip that part and go to the next checkpoint. So I could just theoretically just keep dying
Yes, you could.
through the game and not understand anything that's going on
But why would you?
because I can, and then kill people
so
along
good,
the way.
It's so good.
It's
I
okay.
know. I'm Hufflepuffing at you as well.
It's okay. It's no Resident Evil, but whatever.
Look, man, I can't play that game. I can't.
Well-
I'm too scared of it. I'm too scared of Resident Evil 7. Okay, just too scared of it.
Well, next week I'm gonna.
It succeeded too well.
It's really freaking scary.
I know.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell. I played the equivalent of like an hour into that game. It took me 4 hours to play an hour, but that was enough fright for my
Yeah.
my adrenaline level.
It gets less scary, and then more scary, and then less scary.
I mean, I threatened lives in the room that I was playing this game.
Yeah.
in. I'm pretty sure I know that was not appropriate.
No, but it was fun watching you play.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. A lot of people still want a sequel to that.
Oh God, yeah, it would be fantastic. But look, I think we had a great night. Next week is Resident Evil 2. Actually, Resident Evil 2 is supposed to be this Friday.
We have a couple of things. I want to put something else in the agenda too after your.
We still have to watch Glass,
Spiel.
Tori.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say, Tori.
Did you watch Glass yet, Andrew?
Not yet. Well, you were over. We weren't. We didn't see it. It came out last weekend.
Yeah, well, it's Tuesday. I don't know if you saw it already.
No, I didn't see it yet.
Me and Tori
maybe
might-
tomorrow.
We might see it Thursday. I think we're gonna try to
Okay.
do.
But next week we'll try and make a plan to touch upon Glass because
Yeah.
we did an unofficial review of we did an official review here on what was I can't remember Split.
Yeah. It was officially unofficial.
It was officially unofficial,
Yeah.
and when we heard Glass was coming out,
Pumped.
we got giddy inside.
Yeah. So happy. Like it was amazing. Also, Resident Evil 2 comes out this Friday.
Yes.
And if things work, I mean, people already have it in their hands because people are breaking street dates, but Kingdom Hearts 3 is next week.
Can't believe it.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
No.
I'm still the idea of I'll see it when I believe it type of a thing.
I've seen people were breaking street dates, and people have pictures of it online. So,
I'm
whatever.
just saying,
I
it
know.
has to be in someone's hand.
I know. I've seen it in someone's hand, online, on the internet.
I don't trust it.
I don't trust it either.
It's the internet.
But
Internet's
you know
some
what?
crazy things.
It's more.
We're on the internet. Point, case, and point.
I'm not even real, man. I'm not
This
even
is just
real.
a figment of every. We are part of the Matrix right now.
Yeah. And where can you go and find the Matrix? Because I think it's time to do our closing remarks.
What'd you say?
I said
you just broke. You just completely cut out.
I said I think it's time to do our closing remarks.
Oh, hi. Thanks everybody for watching the Toy Rage podcast. We're on social media. If you look north of my wavy hair, you'll see that we have a Twitter account, twitter.com/toyrage, a Facebook account, facebook.com/toyrage. And to the south of Michael is our Instagram, Toy Rage, Toy Rager E-Views or Toy Rage Reviews.
Whatever.
It's been fairly not active, but it's fine. You know, we're still learning to use cameras on our phone.
Our Instagram manager is on maternity leave, so
I'm so bad. And then of course, if you want to watch this episode or previous episodes of this wonderful, wonderful show, we are on youtube.com/toyrage. All our previous episodes, including our audio-only episodes, are on YouTube.
that's right.
For up-to-date news, Twitter is probably our the outlet of choice.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want more Toy Rage news coming straight to your phone, go to Twitter.
Yeah, notifications. Do it.
It's the best.
Yep.
It's so good. It's so good.
You're overemphasizing. I don't think people are believing you. It's
okay.
It's pretty good.
It's the internet.
Yeah.
Everybody doubts everybody else. Anyway,
Word.
if you are an audio-only listener out there, yes, we do cater to you as well. We release these shows in audio-only format on Spreaker.com and iTunes Podcast. And if you don't like using those, we actually have apps as well on the iTunes Store and the Android Store.
Yeah, it's still a thing.
Yeah, just look up Toy Rage.
Who knew?
We have an app.
Yeah.
And it direct not downloads, but it will let you know when a new podcast is out, and you can listen to it straight from that app.
Yep.
Kind of cool.
Pretty cool.
We're that tacky.
Yeah. We're that tacky.
Yeah, we're that tacky.
Why not go for it? So
I think we did all.
There's only one more thing you didn't cover. It's
Bye.